Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You are welcome to another tutorial. Today I would be showing you how I made this terracotta Egyptian khimar that can be styled in two different ways. I used 3 yards of crepe fabric, elastic for the sleeve, scissors, ruler, my tape measure and my sewing machine. If you are here for the first time, you are welcome, and to all my subscribers, thank you for supporting my channel. If you derive any value from this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. I have folded the fabric into 4 using my measurement. The front length of my hijab is 44 inches while the back length is 52 inches. I folded the front length on the back length, and the remaining fabric will be used for the sleeve and the cap. At the upper part, I will measure my head circumference divided by 4. My head circumference is 22 inches, divided by 4 is 5.5 inches. Then I'm going to add 0.5 sewing allowance to it, making 6 inches. From the folded side, from the 6.5 mark, I'm going to mark 28 inches in a slanted manner as I'm doing in the video. Depending on the height of your client, you can mark as much as 30 inches. Then connect the 2 points. Then from the 28 inches mark, measure your sleeve opening. You can measure your wrist to know your round sleeve circumference, but I don't need that. I am going to make it 6. You can make it as much as 7 inches if you want it more, like if you want it very free, but 6 inches is okay. So you are going to measure that 6 inches from that 28 inches mark. So now if you want your hijab to be a bit fitted, you can measure your client's body circumference and add allowance to it. But I want a free hijab, so I will mark 3 inches from the sleeve opening and curve it out, then rule from that point to the sides. I'm going to rule it down, just like when you are making a boo-boo dress. So from that point, from the side of the front hijab, shape the length to the back piece, just like I'm doing in the video. The side will be equal. The side for the front piece and the back piece will be equal, but the back side will be bigger, will be longer than the front piece. So you are going to connect sides to the back piece. Then the next thing is to cut out the hijab. So this is what we have after cutting out the hijab. We now have our front piece and our back piece. The next step is to cut the cap. I need a long piece of 4 inches by at least maybe 36 inches or 38 inches on fold, because this cap is a belt cap. So if you want a longer belt, you can make it more than 38 inches. That will be the length of the belt cap, and the width will be 4 inches. You can make that 4 inches 5 inches, but I love it if when it is 4 inches, it look more mature. I folded it into 2. I will measure it out, cut the length that I desire, and fold it again. After folding it again, you measure the opening for your cap. If you normally use 6 inches on fold for your cap, just input it. 4 inches on fold for your cap, just input it there. Go to the open edge, mark 2.5 inches upward. Mark 2.5 inches upward. Then connect the 2.5 inches to the 6 inches mark. I have my sleeve here, cap, front and back piece. For the sleeve length, my sleeve length is 38 inches. So I will take one piece and measure, like maybe the front piece or the back piece. You can use any of them to dictate your sleeve length, the sleeve length of the hijab. Take one piece, maybe the front piece. I'm using the front piece. Measure from the midpoint of the edge circumference like I'm doing in the video. Measure what you have there from the midpoint of the edge circumference to the sleeve opening. Here I have 36 inches and my sleeve length is 38 inches. So I need extra 2 inches or 3 inches more to balance the sleeve. But because I want to put elastic in the sleeve and the elastic is going to gather the sleeve, I'm going to measure 5.5 inches on fold. So let's prepare the sleeve. I have folded it into two. I will hem the down parts. So after I mean the down parts, the next thing I did here, though the video stopped recording here, I measured 2 inches from the folded end, then created a space, a 1 inch space for the elastic. You can make your own 0.5, but I just want it 1 inch, and I insert the elastic, then notch the center of the sleeve because you'll be needing that. The next step is to take the front piece and the back piece, right side facing each other, and sew from the edge circumference to the sleeve opening, aligning the sides together. You are going to sew the first side and then sew the second side too. The next step is to hem the cap before joining it to the hijab. You are going to turn the cap to the wrong side and sew the belt area just like I'm doing in the video. You sew the two sides. After sewing it on the wrong side, you turn it to the right side and give it a good press. The next step now is to join the sleeve that we prepared the other time to the hijab. How you are going to do this is very simple. Notch the center of the sleeve and attach it to the center of the sleeve opening. Then you sew it to then you sew the sleeve to the hijab. After sewing the sleeve to the hijab, the next step is to close that side of the sleeve. So you are going to close the sleeve and you close the side of the hijab as you are closing the sleeve too. That's what I'm doing right now in the video. After closing the sides of the hijab, the next step is to attach the belt cap to the hijab. You are going to notch the center of the cap and attach it to the center of the center back piece. Like you are going to notch the center of the back piece. You are going to hold the hijab like this and notch the center of the back piece. Then you are going to match the center of the cap to the center of the back piece. You can pin this down to make it easier for you. Thanks for watching this video from the beginning to the end. If you have actually derived any value from this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and check other videos on the channel. There are more videos on how to sew hijab on this channel. Thank you. I will see you in my next video. And after attaching the cap to the hijab, the next step is to hem the down part of the front part of the head circumference. You know that side will be open. Is either you serge it or you hem it. You can do any of these depending on the material that you are using and the results that you want. Then finish up the down part of the hijab with hemming or serging